everybody, Mark here from 8 Minute Axe. Today I'm going to show you how to improve your soloing instantly using a technique you probably already know. The great thing about this technique is that it will not only improve your electric guitar solos, but it works equally well on a 6-string or a 12-string guitar. Just to prove that, I'm going to play the improv that I did at the beginning of the video at the end on the 12-string. Okay, before we get started, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you've already subscribed, I really do appreciate your support. Don't forget to ring the bell to get notified when I upload new videos, and of course, if you like the video, please hit the like button. Okay, so let's jump right into it. If you're like me, when you first started learning how to solo, and you first started learning hammer-ons and pull-offs and bends, you couldn't cram enough hammer-ons, bends, and pull-offs into a measure. At least that was me. And one of the techniques that we learn early on, but we sometimes forget, is sliding into notes. Sliding into notes opens up so many possibilities. As a matter of fact, the little piece that I played to open the video, I did using only slides. It allows us to instantly change the way we phrase our notes, and most importantly, it allows us to introduce chromatic notes and non-chord tones into our solos without having to know a lot of theory. It's also a great way to connect different positions on the fretboard. Okay, so today we're going to focus on 3 types of slides. Sliding into a note on the downbeat, sliding into a note from a half step above or below to sound 2 notes, and using slides to connect one scale position with another. So let's start with sliding into a note on the downbeat. And we're going to use our tried and true A minor pentatonic first position scale, this one right here, the one you should all know. And a great way to start is just to slide into each note using the finger that you would normally use to fret the note, like this. Okay, and you can get a lot of mileage out of just sliding into a note like that. It just changes the character of the attack of the note. For instance, rather than going, I go, sounds a lot different. Okay, the next type of slide is sliding from a half step above or below the note, like this. And we can do the same thing with our minor pentatonic scale. We can slide up a half step, going like this. And again, this is where it really opens up our possibilities by introducing chromatics into our playing. Okay, if we don't land on one of the notes, but we slide up from it, we can use a lot of these other notes that are not in the scales to play our solos, and it really sounds good. For instance, let's go back to the little piece that I did at the beginning. I started off with a double stop slide, which is another great thing you can do too, is slide using 2 notes. Works great with a downbeat slide, also works great with a half step slide. Okay, so I started off with a double stop slide. See how that changes the character of it rather than going? That's boring, but gives it a lot more feel, gives it kind of a bouncy feel. Now, one of the best notes to slide into and out of is the blue note. Now, you guys may or may not know your blues scale, but it's the same as the minor pentatonic, except we're adding the flat 5. So it looks like this. Flat 5, flat 5, flat 5, flat 5. So in that first position, we're essentially adding this note here and this note. Okay, and that's a great note to slide out of. And that blue note works great as well on that second position of the minor pentatonic scale, which is. And there's our blue note. And I use that as well in that opening phrase. Now, the best way to practice this is to cue up your favorite backing track and just start practicing using these slides. I'm probably not teaching you anything that you don't already know. It's really just a reminder that you have slides in your arsenal to use, and it really can open up the palette. It really can make a difference in making your solos sound more fresh. Just the way you attack notes differently by going rather than will make a difference in your soloing. Okay, the last thing that I mentioned was using slides to connect two different positions on the fretboard. And that's as simple as this. So if we want to go from our first position, minor pentatonic, it's a great way to move in between scales and make them sound more connected. Just start using simple phrases like something like this maybe. Start going, or even just one note, rather than going, go, and then try it with the half step. Okay, that's all I've got. Real simple and straightforward. Just remember the different types of slides. Remember that you have it in your arsenal. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Again, my email is markabernally@gmail.com, and I answer every single comment, every single email, and I will see you in the next video, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for watching.